Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel and today's video. So the Swedish word of the day is candy, which is a Swedish godis. Godis. This little guy, he loves godis. Vill du ha godis? Do you want candy? Vill du ha godis? I'll be right back, I just need to give him a treat. Varsågod, kom här. Varsågod. Ta den, kom här. Åh, duktig kille. Varsågod. Åh, duktig kille. Så, duktig kille. That little guy, he can eat candy every single day. I promise you, like it. Give him that and he'll be very, very happy. Anyway, speaking of products or things that he loves, I'm gonna talk about some products that I love but rarely use. So I have a lot of makeup within my collection and I do have a certain amount of love for some products, but some of them I just don't use, and we're gonna jump into some of them today. So the very first product I'm gonna talk about is from Too Faced, and this is their Cocoa Contour. I bought this a zillion years ago, but it still works, so why shouldn't I use it? This is what it looks like. It's beautiful. Like, this is a great contour kit. If you ever want to purchase like a contour kit, this is what I would love to see brands do more often, because this is a really lackluster highlight. It's really not good at all. But this is a shade that you can use to brighten up, and then you have a contour, and then you have a bronzer that is intended for one skin tone only. So all of these shades will work for me. But anyway, off that, I have used this shade quite a lot, actually, medium cocoa. You can see a little dent in it if you were sitting right next to me. The other shades are, well, these two are probably the least used. But there is just, I don't know why I don't use it, because the formula is excellent. When swatching it, it's just like so creamy, or when touching it, I mean, it's so creamy, it's beautiful shades and everything. But for some reason, I don't use this enough. And as I said, like, I don't know why, because it's a really good product. It's really good. I'm gonna actually change drawer, so I'm gonna have it in my contour drawer, so hopefully I'll use it a bit more. So the next product is a product that you know when you see this, that I haven't used a lot, but I don't think that everyone knows that I love this. This is a lipstick from Colourpop, and it's in the shade Getty. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Just perfect. I'm gonna swatch it for you. This is what it looks like. It's this perfect sort of blue green shade. It's just, in my opinion, it's gorgeous. I love the opacity of it. I love the way it looks on me, especially when I had blonde hair. I had this in a couple of videos, but now I've gotten a little bit dull with my lipsticks. Maybe not now, because for a couple of months now I've been using a lot of my more vibrant lipsticks, not only my nudes, as I'm wearing one of my favorite nudes right now. But anyway, I think that this is just a gorgeous lipstick, and I would love to get extra use out of this, because as I said, I love the color of it. It's gorgeous, but it's just not a shade that I reach for on a daily basis. So the next product I'm gonna talk about is an eyeshadow palette, and I had to look after this because I didn't find it. You know, I have this little acrylic thing where I have some of my favorite palettes at the moment, and some that I want to use a little bit more, and just some that I kind of stick there. I couldn't find this palette, and I knew that it was there, so I had to search through all my drawers, but couldn't find it, but it was back there. So the palette I'm going to talk about is the Strobe Cosmetics Creepy Cute palette. This is gorgeous. Mine looks like this, and for some reason I don't use this enough. I think that this is a gorgeous formula. This is some of my all-time like favorite formulas ever. I think that this is so beautiful. Doesn't matter if you want to lay it on your lid. If you are a person that loves to do like all matte looks, you know that sometimes when you put down matte shadows on your lid, they can look kind of dry and crusty. Not with these. They will look sort of velvety or satin-ish, like not with any shimmer or anything. It's just that I don't know how to else explain it, but it just looks gorgeous on the lid. But since this is sort of like that transition shade kind of palette, I don't tend to reach for this. Also, a lot of the times I'm doing looks on YouTube or on Instagram, and I try not to dig into like 1,000 different palettes. I try to keep within one palette unless I feel like this palette doesn't have what I want, and then I reach into another one. But mostly I try to stick to one palette. But you have seen me when I do my Get Ready With Me videos or whatever, like I can pull in 4 different palettes, which I think is great. And when I do makeup on myself and when I try to remember to use this, then I do it. But I really wish I would use this more, because as I said, this is top quality. It's just so good that I recommend everyone that loves this sort of palette to go ahead and purchase it. Did I even say what it was? It's the Strobe Cosmetics Creepy Cute palette. If I didn't say so, it is. Let's talk a little bit about blush. So I love blush. If you're known to my channel, you know that I'm obsessed with blush, but I try to not purchase as many blushes as I used to, because there is sort of just an amount of colors you can have. But this Morphe palette I think is excellent. This is the blush palette 8C. It has a lot of these pink colors and more cool tones that I just love for a blush. Like if I'm going for a blush, I'm going for something within this sort of vibe, like something very pink. I really love this reddish shade as well to mix in with some of the other colors here. But you have some warmer colors as well in this palette. But I think that this is a great quality, but especially what really makes me love a blush is the colors, because usually a blush is a blush and you can make them work, you can make them look gorgeous on the skin no matter what, unless they are like too pigmented or goes on chalky or not very seamless, then yes, that could be a problem. But this is a gorgeous palette from Morphe. This palette is top quality. I think that it's gorgeous. I love the fact that it has some satin shadows, but then also some mattes, but also some with a little bit of shimmer in it, but it's not gonna be like glitter that's not gonna look good on your skin. Like this is just top quality. So if you don't have this palette but you want to purchase stuff from Morphe, then this is definitely a palette I recommend. So let me talk a little bit about a brand that I never talk about on my channel anymore. I don't know why, but it's because I mainly have lip products from this brand, and I just used other formulas. Like I got really addicted to the Ofra liquid lipsticks at one point, so I purchased like, I think I have around 20 of them because I just purchased so many. And then I got addicted to the Colourpop Ultra Satin liquid lipsticks that I purchased a lot from them. But before that, my obsession was Gerard Cosmetics and their liquid lipsticks. I also had maybe like 10 lipsticks from them, just bullet lipsticks, but I just didn't really like the quality of them. I thought that it was really, like some were really bad and some were really good. So I ended up just decluttering everyone. But this is all of my Gerard Cosmetics liquid lipsticks. I have 2, 4, 6, 7. I think I might have another one somewhere. I will say that the shade Ruby Slipper and then also Wind Down, they are both really dark shadows. They are not good at all. Not shadows, shades. They are not good, but the more pinky and a little bit more nudish ones are really beautiful. I finished up an entire tube of this. I think it was the shadow or the shade Skinny Dip. Maybe that was what it was called, like a beautiful nude. Really pretty, beautiful. If you don't like liquid lipsticks because you think that they are too dry, this is not gonna be for you. I would say go for the Ofra ones or the Colourpop Ultra Satin ones, because these are a little bit drying. Sometimes you need to have a little bit of some sort of balm on your lips, or not put them on when you have really cracked lips. But yeah, I really need to pull this in a little bit more because I think that these are really, really good. And I have actually started using them a bit more now because I'm trying to buy less. I know that that sounds weird with all of the products that I'm pulling in, but I'm trying to rotate a little bit through my collection because I've realized that when doing my makeup for like Instagram and so on, it's not fun for me to show the exact same products all of the time. So now I feel like with the Instagram videos and so on, I am rotating a little bit more. So let's talk a little bit about an eyeshadow palette again. This is from Blush Tribe and it's the Hasina 2 palette. Oh boy, this is a gorgeous palette. I did create one of my all-time favorite looks that I've ever done using this palette. I got so many compliments on that look that I did. Even Amy Loves Makeup tried to recreate it on her channel. I sounded very rude now when I said she tried to recreate it, but I didn't mean it like that. She did a great job. She did a really, really good job. Oh my god, my eye is tearing up. She did a great job. It's just I didn't mean it by any offense or anything, but I have not used this probably this entire year. Why is that? Well, it is because I have so many eyeshadow palettes coming in that I don't have time to go through my collection, which is why I'm trying to buy less now because I have so many good eyeshadow palettes that needs and deserves some love. Like for instance, this palette is beautiful. I really, really love this shade right here, which is sort of that purpley pink right there. Also this shadow Jade is just gorgeous as well. There it is, like these two together, absolutely stunning. You have some beautiful greens, blues, and then pinky purple. So yeah, I really want to use this a little bit more. And if you wanted to get this palette, I do have a code with Blush Tribe that is Paulina Beauty 10, all small letters, no caps. But it's not an affiliate code, so I don't earn anything. It's just like 10% off for you guys. But a lot of the times now, Blush Tribe actually has like 30% off the entire website, sometimes 20%. So sometimes it's better not to use my code so that you can get a little bit more of a discount. So this is really embarrassing, but I have not used this palette this year, and I don't think that I used this palette last year, not once. And that is a Juvia's Place palette. I have my favorites when it comes to my Juvia's Place palette, of course, but this is a palette that I really enjoy, but for some reason I don't think I've used this for 2 years or so, which is just insane. But I love it and I cannot let it go. So it's the Masquerade palette, and I know how many people loves this because this is a great value product. Like if you wanted to purchase something where you could get multiple different looks out of a palette, then I would recommend this one because you have all of these like warmer tones right here, but then you have all of these colorful shadows right here. I think that one thing that really strikes me, or that really makes me not really want to use this palette, is because you only have the shade Sobo, which I have used a lot actually, and then Bori, which is a pink with gold glitter in it. And I've said this before that I don't mind a shadow that has a matte shadow that has glitter in it, but with this one I do, because this is so dry, this is so chalky, and it's also that kind of shadow that will leave glitter on your eyes. So that's why I have a little bit of a problem with it, but I would love to do sort of like a throwback video with this, see what I could come up with, and just give this a little bit extra love because it really deserves it. It's a beautiful palette, but for some reason I just never gravitate towards it, which is so strange. But that was all that I wanted to talk about today. So let me know if you have any products within your collection that you really, really love, but for some reason don't use. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, dislike the video if you didn't like it. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!